In the beginning of this 7-day series, I started talking about how remote working can be the solution to your talent acquisition, talent retention problem, like finding people that actually work for your organization. And like, there's a lot of stats saying that that's a hard thing for a lot of companies. Like 45% of the companies in the world are having a hard time finding skilled employees. And in Sweden, like, there will be a shortage of 70,000 developers in the next couple of years. And a lot of the people that are working in organizations, like 10% of all the developers around the globe, see remote work as their top priority when it comes to finding a new job. So there's a lot of arguments for moving into doing remote work, but in order to make that work like actually function well, like to be productive as a remote team, you have to adjust the culture for that particular scenario. You cannot just like take email and meeting online and like having some video conferencing tool and then go remotely and believe that will work. You need to establish every single part of what you're doing offline today. You need to be able to do online. Even the water cooler or like, next to the coffee maker talk between two people has to be substituted in an online setting. There has to be communication channels for everything. Like even the like random things that are not work related has to have a place in, for instance, Slack. That's why a lot of companies have random Slack channel. And then the second thing is like, look at the outputs instead of hours worked. Like look at what people actually do. My kind of solution to this is just like write a goal for every single role in the organization, and that goal of the role is key. Like it doesn't matter if that person works 10 or 40 hours. What really matters is the goal. And then of course you need to adjust if the goal is too hard for the person to achieve, and like meaning they would have to work like 80 hours every week to achieve the goal. That would be insane. But the goal in itself is a good process. And then the third thing is find a way to meet if it is possible. Like grab a cup of coffee in the beginning, do like an after work, do a workshop, like do something that connects the group at an early phase, because it's good to have that first offline meeting to be able to work more productively online. And when you hire, look for two things in addition to the things that you're already looking for. First thing is written communication, both being able to write clear and concise, and also be able to read a lot of text and process that information. And the second thing is make sure that every single person in the team that needs it have some place where they can work, like a co-working space close to them, or like if they have a home office, or like if two people are working in the same city, maybe they can meet each other and work together. If you want more thoughts on the hiring part, look at the description below. I will leave a link to a really good book on this topic. And then the fifth thing is like, either you go fully remote and then you can have people part of your organization doing like key work in the organization, key activities in terms of your strategy, and share their learnings with the rest of the team. But that is if you have the remote culture in place. But if you don't have the remote culture in place, it's better to just outsource a part of the work where you need some assistant, but where the part of the work is a specific task that you can manage. So something like, doing some Excel wizardry, or, creating some kind of programming function that is just a special part of that work. But like, don't give people like key responsibilities in a remote team and don't have the culture in place of actually working remotely. Like you need to have that communication in place first. Okay, that's all for this week. I hope you felt this was interesting. If you have any comments, just leave them below, or hit subscribe if you want more video series like this. Thank you for listening.